Hi, I'm Mikela, and today I will be presenting the negotiation portion of life school. Negotiation is very important in life. Negotiation is generally used as of right now, like in your child life, if you want candy or you want cake or soda or something like that. But in the business setting, it's generally used if you want a promotion, how much are you going to get paid, if you're getting hired, negotiating how much you're going to pay for a house, stuff like that. Okay, so today in the negotiation thing, we played a lot of games in the actual event of life school, but in this one, we're going to be going over the debate format because debate and negotiation are closely related. So the first thing that you decide when you're in a debate is what is your position. But in order to know what your position is, you need to know what the question is. So today we'll be going over a basic thing which almost every kid does. Should I have a phone? Okay. So that is the question. Your position for should I get a phone is going to be 4. So we're going to practice. You are for getting a phone, and you're going to try to convince your parents. So, in order for you to convince your parents that you should get a phone, you're going to have 4 points, or at least that's what we're going to go over. So in this one, we're going to argue that you are responsible. You are a good student. This is for contacting your parents and keeping in touch with friends. Okay. So what you need to do is these are your 4 main topics. You need to gather evidence to support these. So you are responsible. How are you responsible? You are responsible because you turn in your homework every day, because you do your homework every day, because you do your chores. You're a good student because you have a 4.0 GPA. You do your homework. You don't get in trouble. This is for contacting your parents because if you're out with a friend, you can call. If you get stuck somewhere, you can call. Keeping in touch with friends because you have a social life, because your friends also have phones. Actually, yeah. So those are those details that you need to argue, because you can't just say, I'm responsible, I should have a phone. No parent is going to do that. You need to gather evidence to support them. Your parents are going to argue back why you shouldn't have a phone. And then we're going to go into the counter-argument. So your counter-argument is going to address their strongest argument and give a reason why you should still have a phone. So let's say your parents' strongest argument is that you aren't a good student. So maybe you get a few C's or you forget to study. So what are you going to do that? To give a better reason? Well, you can say, well, you can make an agreement here, or a compromise. Well, if you give me a phone, I'll make sure I do all my homework, I'll do all my chores, I'll study for every test, I'll show you all my grades, and then maybe your parents are going to be they might let you have a phone. So in your closing statement, you're going to restate your position and your strongest points. So, you are responsible. You will do your homework. You will study for every test. You're going to contact your parents in any situation with your phone. And you get to keep in touch with your friends. So that's the general way to form a debate. It's kind of hard to show you because I obviously don't have a person to debate with here. But this is a form you can really use for any debate or negotiation. So your opening statement, you have your opening statement with your 4 reasons. Then the argument, which if they tell you something, you have to disagree with them, so you address their points. Your counter argument, where you address their strongest argument and you give a compromise or some way that it actually, or you turn their words back around with them. And then your closing statement, where you restate your position. And here's a game you can play if you want to practice negotiation with your friends. Okay, what you need to do is divide your friends into pairs. So you and a friend, and one person should is going to be the parent and the other person is going to be the kid. Like, theoretically. Or this is what you're pretending you are. So the parent and the child are going to have a debate or negotiate whether or not the child should get candy. So the child has to come up with 4 good reasons to why the child should get candy. The child successfully convinces the parent, then you get candy, and then we'll switch. So then who was once the parent is now the child, and the child is now the parent. And the new child is going to convince the parent, and so on. When you're done, you should, all your group of friends should get together. Each pair should go up individually and explain what their argument was and how they got candy. And that's it for the negotiation segment. Thanks for watching. Share with your friends and stay posted for more videos. That's weird. So, your parents are then probably going to argue back. So they're probably going to say, well, you aren't responsible because you forgot to do your chores this week, or I told you to do chores and you didn't do them. Well then, what you need to do is you can say, well, I disagree because instead of doing chores, I was busy working on a very important essay so I could get an A for the semester or something. Or, yeah, so your parents are going to argue back.